Okay, we are going to go ahead and start with our body paragraph. You should have at the top of your paper, why are you talking while I'm talking? Please stop. You should have your yellow highlights, remember our yams, and you should have transition and topic sentence. Now, you've already picked your topic. You already know what it is. Your topic is that thing that you said is most influential about your person. So, I am going to give you the transitions that you are going to have in high school. So this is going to be your iBook of sorts in high school. So instead of me having you do first, last, whatever, I am going to give you exactly what the high school will give you. And you're going to pick which one you want to use. Now, some of these don't work. Some of them don't work for what you want. Others are perfect. So we have one way. The first, one example. First of all, at the beginning, one important, a good, at first. In the first place, to start, as soon as. It started when? One, a bad, initially, to begin. You need to figure out which of these transitions are going to work for you. Because you're going to take your thesis and you are going to restate it, paraphrase it, and put it here. Turn this on. Put it here on your paper. I'm going to start with to begin, but you can start with whatever you want. If you want to come back and add your to begin at the end, you can. Yeah, hold on just a second. I don't really like that one. Not that one. You could say to start. That would work. Now, you are taking your thesis statement that you have in your introduction. We did our intro yesterday, so you should have your thesis statement written. We are taking that and we're changing some things around. Okay, so here's my thesis. Monica had many experiences that shaped her adolescence, but the most influential one was traveling. Okay, so we definitely need to keep experiences maybe. What's another word for shaped? Formed? Okay, I like that. Anything else? No, created is a good one. So I'm going to write this out to the side. You don't have to do this with me. I'm just going to write it out here so we remember. Formed, created, built. Is there another word to say adolescence? Adulthood. Well, no. Youth would be good.
Adolescence it's like older than a child but younger than an adult.
It's like a teenage years. Yeah. Which I just kind of gave you one. Teenager. Teenage years. Remember, you don't have to write this down with me. You don't have to. Okay? Any other words that you can think of that are like around this time for you? Maturity? Okay, we can say that. What about influential? Is there any other words you can think of for influential? Inspiring? What's the root word of influential? Influenced. Now, the reason that I had you do this is because you're going to have to paraphrase or reword this thesis 2 more times. So I wanted you to have some words to look off of whenever you're doing it. Okay? So that's essentially what you're going to do here in your to begin on your body paragraph. Okay? So I'm going to keep my thesis up. I'm going to keep it where you can see it, and I'm also going to keep those words.
Paraphrase or change things? Does the order matter?
No.
No. Like something that was at the end could now help to paraphrase it by bringing it to the beginning?
And that foreshadows what we're going to do. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take that thing, whatever the thing may be for you. For me, it's traveling. For you, it may be something else. And we're going to flip it. Okay? Now, here we go. Are you ready? I want you to write down the thing. What's your thing? I'm going to write down traveling.
But some of you talked about basketball, so that's what you're writing.
Yeah.
I saw somebody else say they're coaches. That's what you're writing. Somebody else had, like their sister, I think. So that's what you're writing. Darius?
I don't know if this makes sense or not.
It started with sports.
You could make that work if you just hang on. Okay? Hang on and let's do the rest, and I think you can reword it that it'll make sense. Okay, so then I'm going to say, remember we're always going to be in past tense. So then I'm going to say was. Which one do you want to use? Formed, created, built. Okay? Was what formed. Then add your person's name. What's the name of the example here? Monica.
So what's the name you're going to write down? Shalise.
Yeah, your person. Good.
There you go. Good job. Is this going to be possessive? No.
No. Into who she, again, if you have a boy, don't put she, okay? Into who she would become. And you've just paraphrased it. Now, if your transition doesn't make sense, I still want you to write this out, and you can go back and erase and figure out how you want to word it. If you don't want to word it the same way I did, if you don't want to use formed, if you don't want to use this, if you want to change it around, do it. Shalise?
Yeah, if yours is a plural, then that needs to be.
Oh, yeah. If you said, yeah.
You had sports, so he has sports.
Okay, yeah,
And so
I
you
didn't
need to
consider
say
that.
were,
Yeah.
that was.
If your thing here, if your topic, if this right here is a plural, it has an S on the end, this should say were. Why do you look confused? Okay. Why are you, what do you mean? You haven't come up with a topic yet? Oh.
It's so amazing. Forbearance, longanimity, long-suffering, patientness, okay, composure, tolerance.
Ooh, tolerance is a good one.
That's a negative. That's not a. But tolerance might be. I would say tolerance would be a good one.
Jenna, you're going to have some time at the end of class today to get caught up. If you want to just, but you can't write the rest of your body without figuring out what you're going to do.
There's words that mean the same as your word, but they have a connotation or a meaning that is either positive or negative.
No.
There's this amazing thing called a thesaurus that can help you with synonyms. It was, it is a dinosaur. Yeah, because if you have Google, that's how everybody uses it.
I'm a baby dinosaur.
Raise your hand if you're ready to move on to your lead and support. Okay, I don't have everybody's hands up, so if your hand is not up and you're talking, that you're making the wrong choice, friend. Okay, now I've got pretty much everybody's hand up. Okay, so now we need to do our lead and support. This is where we support why we chose our thing, our topic. Okay? So, let's see. What would be a good way? Should I put in the texted states?
No.
There's no text. Who said what your quote is?
Emma.
Your person. Write your person's name. Don't write Monica said, because I had somebody last vlog or yesterday that their entire outline was exactly what mine was, so please don't do that.
Can you put the nickname swap?
Sure, yeah.
What nickname?
You can put the nickname if you want to. Now, you should have a quote from them about their topic, about basketball, about sports, about coaches, about their dad, about their mom, about their sister. You should have a quote from them about it. If you don't, guys, listen to me, please, because you keep starting regular conversation, and it's really starting to get on my nerves because you can't hear what I'm saying if you're talking over me. If you don't have a quote from them, a direct, out-of-their-mouth quote from them about their thing and why it's important, you need to get one now. That's why you're sitting with them. Okay? Yes. Sure. Yeah, if you want to come up with something different for said, sure. Ayana. Do you have a quote from him about what's your thing again? What's your thing? What's your topic? That's his topic, or that's your topic that you're doing? Okay, then just do the quote. Yeah. So then you wouldn't say Quentin said, you'd say the person said. Okay.
I'll just text you. I have.
What? Tomorrow may never come. He may not be here tomorrow. We don't know. So.
Oh my God.
Do you have a quote, love?
No, but I'm gonna ask her tonight.
What's your thing? Like, what's your topic that you wrote about that's influential about her? And so she never said anything directly about her sister about soccer?
She said that on the field it was
Why don't you write that down then?
have to change her sister into soccer.
Yeah. If she didn't say anything about her sister, then just change it to soccer. Raise your hand if you're ready to move on to elaboration. Okay, now, turn your voices off for me, please. You'll have an opportunity to still sit with your partner and talk to them. Now, your elaboration. I'll wait for you to stop talking. Your elaboration is going to be at least 2 sentences, okay? 2 to 4, no more than 4, okay? This is where you explain to your reader what that quote means. And I'm going to write down my example for you, but again, there's really nothing for me to kind of, mold for you or to kind of frame out for you because you didn't write about traveling, you're not writing about me. So this is really up to you to determine how you want to explain your quote. This is where you kind of take the lead and you show, okay, this is why, don't say this is why I picked it, but this is where you explain what you picked and why you picked it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like the importance of it. You're trying to put down, you're expanding on it. Why did you write this quote? If she's saying that traveling's important, she's going to say something along those lines. You want to expand on it, those things that you wrote down, those notes you took. Why did you take a note on it? You need to explain it, but in your own words.
And this is also where if your person's talking about, I'm just going to use Love's example. If your person's talking about soccer, maybe this is where you can add in what position they play, how long they've been playing, where you elaborate on those things. Maybe if you're talking about, I know Kirkland is doing on Hunter's dad. Maybe this is where he talks more about why they're so close, what it is about them that makes them so close. Do they have the same personality? Do they have the same, whatever it may be? So this is where you kind of stop and you kind of give more information to your reader about this topic and your person and how the two go to hand in hand. Yes, Darius?
Can we put in the elaborate this quote, that quote proves that?
Yeah. I think when you read it back, you may want to change it, but yeah, you can start it that way. That's fine.
Okay, so
What?
oh no, let me get
Oh.
That's good. I did mention that.
I feel like that.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I know. I get easier.
Okay, let me read you my example now that it's written out. Voices off, please. She mentioned that she was able to travel to St. Martin, St. Thomas, and Castaway Cay. Exposure to these different cultures and countries allowed her to see things with a new perspective. Okay? So try to figure out, okay, this is really for you to make the connection on, okay, why was traveling important to Mrs. White? Okay, it was important to her because she was able to, whatever. This is where you explain.